So I'm kind of confused. Canelo knows at this point that Benavidez is the mandatory for the 168 title and 175 title. And right now, he's up for the Benavidez and Bivol winner. Now, the way that Canelo is talking, if I had to think that I'm Canelo, sounds like he wants Bivol to beat Benavidez, just by me guessing. Because, like I've told people, if Bivol beats Benavidez, then that'll put Canelo in a position where he'll want to get the fight at 175 for undisputed. But then in that case, he's kind of nervous because he don't know if Bivol for sure can beat Benavidez, but he thinks right now that Bivol can beat Benavidez. Now, he's not guaranteed that it can happen, but right now, he's saying that Bivol beats Benavidez based on Benavidez's last performance. And we can always say, well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, but it really doesn't, because I've seen Canelo struggling in certain fights like Triple G and then go out there and knock out Kovalev. So I think your last performance really doesn't matter as much, especially when you're a guy like Benavidez, whose first fight was at 175. And I know a lot of people saying that he's more difficult at that weight class, and it's more difficult for him. It's more difficult for everybody at that weight class. From what I've seen, everybody who's fought Bivol or Benavidez has had trouble. But I don't think people realize what level they're actually at, because Zerto was at 175. Joe Smith Jr. was at 175. And nobody really questioned their ability at 175. You know what I'm saying? That they really struggled at 175. And those guys went up, and they did better at cruiserweight. These are guys who look big at cruiserweight, but they were just at light heavyweight. I had never heard anybody say anything about their size or their abilities, or, well, Zerto can't be the cruiserweight champ because he lost to Bivol. No, we understand that Bivol is that good, but a guy who underestimated Bivol, just because you got in the ring with him doesn't mean that you know how good he is. I've seen that multiple times. Canelo only knows how good Bivol is right now because he took the loss. If they would have magically gave him the win, he wouldn't be bigging up Bivol right now. Let's just be honest. He really doesn't. He doesn't big up Floyd Mayweather that much. You know what I'm saying? We just seen him criticize Mike Tyson for giving his take on the situation. Mike Tyson was basically saying that Canelo needs to fight Benavidez. And that's just not in a Mexican way. And then Canelo went off, said some personal stuff about Mike Tyson, which was out of line in my eyes. But at the same time, Benavidez knows that all he has to do is win his next 1 or 2 fights, and he'll be undisputed champion at 175. Canelo also knows that. But magically, Canelo wants to jump in between and block what Benavidez is doing again, because he's going to jump out there at 175 and try to fight Bivol again. Couldn't fight Bivol last year or this summer or whatever, because a lot of people would have rather seen that Bivol fight than Munguia or Charlo, any of those guys. Like, Bivol's been available for all those fights. Before he even fought in the Riyadh, he was talking about fighting a rematch for Canelo multiple times. He even said he'll go to 68. Canelo didn't want to do that. He didn't want him to come down to 68, and he didn't want to go to 75. Now, all of a sudden, he's thinking about 75. It's games, man. Like, to be honest with you, it's blocking this young man's career and where he's trying to go. He's trying to be one of those people that's trying to go to the next level. And we have other people trying to pair him up with Morrell because they're the same size, around the same age. Man, let Benavidez be Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him create his own career. Then we got people quiet about Morrell's last performance. So it's like, bro, just let Benavidez have his own career. Quit trying to match him up with certain people. He gonna match himself up. He was talking about Morrell before y'all was. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. Most of these people Benavidez talking about Canelo and all these guys. He was talking about these guys years ago. Years ago. And it showed that a lot of these fans don't pay attention to the fights that's in front of them. But these were fights they were talking about years ago, man. Yeah, of course Canelo backs Bivol to beat Benavidez. Why would he want Bivol to beat Benavidez right? I mean, why would he want Benavidez to beat Bivol right now? Think about that. If you're a Canelo and you went 12 rounds with Bivol, why would you want to see Benavidez go out there and knock out Bivol right now? What is that going to do for your career if you're Canelo? It's not going to do anything. People going to look at you crazy and be like, oh, man, this dude ain't doing nothing. He was supposed to fight so-and-so. Oh, man, he ain't trying to do nothing. That's what they're going to start looking at him like. And he knows that. So he's like, nah, I don't want to see that fight between Bivol and all those guys yet. Nah, I don't want to see that fight. So that's why he's saying the things he's saying. Because he's like, if that fight happens, and then Benavidez beat him, no way I'm jumping in there with Benavidez. Like, it's almost like a no way at this point. No matter what he has. Now, I'll fight the same type of fights that he will fight, like Bivol or whoever. But I'm not going to fight Benavidez. I'll do the same type of things he would do, but I'm not going to. It's like, bro, you still in his plans. He's trying to fight his mandatories. And last time I checked, Benavidez is the mandatory for Bivol and Benavidez winner. So now he's saying, oh, man, well, I'm just going to go in to 175. I end up trying to fight Bivol then. This dude wants to fight Bivol. But I already said that already, though. I've already announced that months ago. But the fact that he's like, oh, yeah, well, Benavidez, he'll get beat by Bivol. All right, man. Okay. None of y'all was saying that Bivol was going to beat Canelo. Even Canelo didn't believe that. He didn't think Bivol was good at all. He didn't think he was good at all. Ain't got in the ring with him and found out. Unanimous. Wasn't even close. That's crazy. But I don't know, man. Like, at the end of the day, to be honest with you, Canelo has caused so much friction. He's messed up so many undisputed fights. He messed up at 154. We didn't get that many undisputed fights from Charlo. We didn't get that many undisputed fights at 68 or 75. Morrell and Benavidez is gone now. And we got fans celebrating that they moving at 175. That's stupid. You got less talent at 175. The talent you did have already left and went to cruiserweight. A lot of other people think about going to cruiserweight, so it makes no sense what they're doing. But it is what it is. That's all I got.